guys, welcome back to LS Vintage Design. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. Today we're going to talk about another vintage vignette, and this time we're talking about vintage bar vignettes. So we're just going to jump in, but before we do, I wanted to let you know that my booth is now closed and everything will be on Etsy. Please give me some time. It will take me a little while to get everything listed. But what I'm going to try to do is, as I do these videos and show you items, I will try to get those up within the next few days after the video. So now, let's just jump in. This is a vintage bar vignette. And you may be looking at me going, but that's not a bar. No, this is a vintage chest. I'll pan down so you can see the whole thing, or you know what, I'll just put it up in the corner. Let me get a picture. Okay, so in the corner you see this is just a small chest. It has 2 drawers and it is in a dining room, but it could go in any room of your house. It is vintage, but it's on the newer vintage side, late 90s. I know, right? It's crazy how 90s are vintage now, but they are. Even 2000 is. So, what I've done is I've styled the top of this to create a vintage bar for you. You could keep towels down in the drawers. If you've got one with the doors that open this way, you could keep your alcohol down there. Of course, if you didn't want to have this full setup, you could keep whatever alcohol you want on top. But let's talk about this setup in particular. This setup is a vintage mid-century modern setup. Every item on top here. And what I've done is gone for a chrome or silver look. We have our chrome penguin ice bucket, and it has the bamboo handles and lid on top. I've showed you this one before. It's beautiful. The shape on the handles and the knob is a little rough just from the oils from our hands. And it could use a polish, but otherwise in great shape. And these are very hard to find. I've paired this with the leaf vintage, and see it has the silver edging around the top with these glasses. These are 12 ounce and these are 4 ounce. Now I haven't put the full sets excuse me, I haven't put the full sets up. I have 9 of the 12 ounce available and I have 6 of the 4 ounce. But these look beautiful, and again, you don't have to display them all at the same time. And lastly, I've paired it with a vintage aluminum pitcher, a jigger, and a shaker, if you like your cocktails shaken and not stirred. I've also put out some of the aluminum coasters, and they have the ducks on them. So this is one way you could set up a vintage vignette bar. I love this look. I love that it's all monochromatic and it just goes together. The wood on the penguin ice bucket ties in with the cabinet we have it on, and it all flows. Of course, you could picture, again, your particular favorite drink mixes up here, and it would be a finished bar. You could also do something. Remember, we're always talking about how you can mix and mingle vintage with modern. If you wanted to, you could get a small bar cart that rolls, that is more modern, and then put your vintage glasses, your vintage ice bucket, and mixer items on it. That would look amazing as well. Now, I know not all of you are silver or aluminum fans, so I'm going to show you how you can mix this up a little bit. And remember, you can mix metals. Just keep that in mind. Let me switch it out and I'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to start with a smooth surface, and we're going to add in some amber vintage glasses. These again are mid-century modern. They are that pebbled texture. And these are 16-ounce glasses, so they are a little bigger than the ones we had up here a minute ago. What comes with this is a pitcher, and we all know, for all the margarita lovers out there, this is an important part. Okay, that could be your setup. Then remember, I said you can mix metals. You can mix glass and metal of different colors as well if you want to. Or you could, in this instance, add in a modern ice bucket with more gold tones. Totally up to you. It would look amazing either way. And lastly, we're going to add in our vintage bar kit that comes with a vintage drink mix cookbook. Okay, and of course you would take these items out and set them on here, but I'm just going to put it like that just so you can get the idea. Now, the vintage bar tools are bamboo and chrome. They go well with our ice bucket, but our amber glass set adds a nice break from all the chrome. So that's another way you could do a vintage bar setup. And again, remember, a newer ice bucket with the gold and some brown on it, or just all gold, would look beautiful with this setup as well. Now guys, with the holidays coming, you're really going to want to think about your entertaining setups. And these two options give you looks that nobody else in your friend group will have. I'll guarantee that. But maybe you're saying, okay, I like everything you did on top, but the chest is a little large for my space, and I don't want a thin little bar cart. What can I do? I'm going to give you one more option as far as a base goes. Now, if you look up in the corner of the screen, there is a half table. That is another option. It does not come as far out into the room. It's not as thin, or maybe if you're thinking a little flimsy for the bar cart, it's none of that. It's very substantial, but not as big. You don't have the drawer space, but if you're putting it in your dining room, your kitchen's right there, right? So that is another option for a bar itself if you don't have any traditional bar space in your home, or you don't want to do a bar cart. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this little idea for a vintage vignette bar in your home. If you did, please don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below. Which was your favorite setup? Was it the all chrome, the chrome mixed with the amber, or would you rather add in your own modern ice bucket? Let me know. Guys, take care. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.